a mushy reddish-brown mess onto the spreading purple puddle on the counter. Wipe off the counter with the last copy of People magazine. And that occurred to me while I was walking home from class and had my bag full of books and was thinking about how I was going to make my first $1 million. Student walking, bag bulging, books. Books about art and philosophy. Notebooks marked with intentions of finding some neoconservative death groove with a desk, while all about him, the stars drip. Sad. All about him.
This is expensive too, but like the shirt, I didn't buy it. This is what I wear on Christmas and Easter. And I have lots and lots of people who think that I wear it every Sunday. By the authority committed unto me as a minister of the Church of Jesus Christ, I declare that Mark and Dawn are husband and wife, according to the ordinance of God and the law of the state. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Well, in the past, we have supported dictatorships when it served our interests. So the question becomes, we promoted stability and opted for stability over democracy at that time. So the question becomes, how do we evolve? How do we change this way of doing business in the short term and in the long term? More communication.
Let's go to New Mexico. Caller?
Yes, hello, and thank you, gentlemen, for this great opportunity to discuss what is pivotally the most important issue of our generation. We're talking world peace, and on a level where it's going out in satellite. I just want to thank you all for being part of this exchange.
Thank you.
So good to hear the words exchange and cooperation. My name is Gregory Appelian. I'm the Executive Director of TLC Ministries in New Mexico. And I'm currently actively pursuing something exactly along the lines of what Mr. Cohn was just talking about. I'd like your opinion of this approach. The approach is basically to use a central hub called URFest, URFest, which stands for Ultimate Reunion, and it will combine a 1-2 punch of an ecumenical effort to join religious institutions all across the globe that love peace, and to, on the second hand, join colleges and universities across the globe.
I have to ask you for a question, though.
The question is, do you feel an approach like this can work? Basically, it's to support efforts to have clinics in areas and cultural exchange, have it all via the internet and satellite TV so that you can go anywhere in the world and see what they're doing in this cooperative effort.
Thanks. Secretary Cohen.
Technology has miniaturized the world. It has reduced the size of oceans, brought countries closer and closer together, that it's an excellent idea to try and communicate in any way we can, taking advantage of satellite technology, setting up clinics, talking to each other either over the internet or by phone or in person. Always a good idea.
Joy to the world. May every spirit hear and rejoice. A miracle has come and continues to arrive in each and every one of us. As love and the power of cooperation, every texture, every hue of this living rainbow, woven together by almighty hands as we in direct partnership arrange ourselves to become the comforting work of art we were always intended to be, a blanket of light quenching every need with glorious healing deeds. And deep in the far-off distances, the children huddle and wait for freedom. Blessed freedom that we drink now so deeply, singing our lives in this universal prayer. All children, all colors, all faiths, joyously planted in the fertile soil of hope and vision. Indomitable seeds of truth, bursting with a harvest of glory for all to behold. This song, this life we share, drawing the same breath, eating from the same merciful bounty, to be properly charged for the harvest of harvests, which even now is calling us with sweet, consistent intensity. And as I gaze out upon this wondrous living mosaic of gathering hope, I can't see the problems anymore, only answers waiting to be born. And the great soul we are all called to share goes on ringing in our bones. Build the one true home. Build the one true home. And I am visited by the day when mothers, fathers, artists and lawyers, doctors, churches, temples and mosques, universities, grade schools, graduates and teachers, all cultures, all blessings, all talents, gather together in a wondrous festival of life and love, generating a harvest of resources to house the homeless, to share self-respect with the esteemless, to provide daycare for the fatherless, job training and continuing education for the resourceless, a place where college students receive credits for tutoring kids with no place to go, a place where church, temple, and mosque volunteers can shine love into the loveless, a place where every talent can sing appreciation to God by embracing those who have not, until we awaken in a country where peace is celebrated and spreads to the fulfilling and fulfilled lives of each individual, and every heart is bathed in the peace and prosperity of spirit this promised land, this America, is so ideally suited to achieve. A partnership of wonder and of birth. The ideal rescued from imagination and made real. This is what beats indelibly in my humble breast. This is what breathes us all as light and as life. America, beacon of freedom, truth, and dreams, shine now as a new sun. Warm all the world with your universal song of triumph, invisibly received and transmitted now as love, sung by our humbly united lives as we all perpetually strive to protect the blessed peace which glows so deeply in our precious children's trusting eyes. Live long, live strong. We all belong in this glorious song. Thank you.
In order to be a constructive generation of this century, you need some visions.
The Seeds of Peace program in America is legendary. All it's done to try to bring people together first in the Middle East and then elsewhere. I think these things are quite useful because especially when there's no peace process, especially when there's uncertainty about Iraq and people's reaction to it, we have two choices, those of us who are not in politics. We can let all these young people's attitudes about those who are different from them be defined only by the headlines and only by the bad news and only by the continuing conflicts, or we can try to create for them a different and I think far more realistic context. For those of us who are not in power, we should be trying to nurture this, what you might call alternate reality, because it is a reality and it will feed back into the political context and the attitudes people have.
Okay. And you've just hit the nail on the head. Obviously, everybody is searching for that other, for the sensible sentiment.
Quick words.
I just feel so honored to be here with all of you, and Archbishop especially. I was one of those kids back in the 80s that was marching in New York against apartheid, chanting, "Free Mandela, jail Botha." And while I've been here, I just came because I wanted to share a vision for Peace Jam going to a whole nother level with its own satellite TV channel and an internet hub that links every single location all over the world so you can see what's going on in Costa Rica and you can see what's going on in Honduras and you can see what's going on in Africa, and cross-cultural exchange 24/7. And we'll become the new dominant media. Not the news media that pumps fear all day long. We'll pump hope all day long.
God, such an honor to meet you, sir.
Such an incredible honor.
Thank you for your.
First of all, I would like to say,
Bismillah.